Welcome to our trip to Auckland, New Zealand! Welcome to New Zealand, everyone! The first thing we came across when we came out of the airplane was this beautiful, beautiful portal entrance into the country. As soon as you left the passport control, you went through this beautiful arch with hand-carved wood, and it was created by the native people of New Zealand, the Maori people. And everybody that comes through New Zealand passes through this gate, so I thought it was really cool. Then, since we came in early in the morning, we went out for breakfast with James' uncle, who we were staying with, Uncle Steve. And we went to this beautiful little brunch place that I highly recommend if you're in Auckland to go to. It's called Just Like Martha. And they have pastries, they have dishes, like savory dishes, and I can recommend pretty much everything. Looked incredible. And James had the vegan platter, which was delicious, and I had the eggs benedict, which I cannot recommend enough. Then Uncle Steve drove us around in Auckland a bit, and then he took us at the end of the day to one of his friends' vacation homes deeper into the country. And we were going to show you the sunrise that we got to experience there pretty soon. But before, I just wanted to show you the streets of Auckland because I thought it was so beautiful, so green, and the whole country is just super green and beautiful. And I am not talking about just certain areas. Pretty much everywhere is pretty green and lush and beautiful because it rains so much. And there are sheep everywhere. And this is the sunset from Steve's friend's home. Look at this beautiful sunrise. And this is the view of the place during the day. We also went on a little beach walk with the family. Hi everyone! So we're here in New Zealand today, and we're gonna try a native fruit from New Zealand, which is called Feijoa. Right? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this fruit you can only find here in New Zealand, and I want to show you guys because we had about 20 of them already, and we really like them. So the way you eat them is that you cut them in half like this. Here's the halves. And then you take a little teaspoon and you just scoop the inside like this. And you have it. It's so good. This fruit, you guys, actually tastes a lot like a mix of guava and passion fruit, I would say. But it also has a hint of pear as well. So I've never had anything quite like this fruit before. And I highly recommend if you're visiting New Zealand, try this fruit. It's really good.
So we're in Whangarei, New Zealand. And as you can see, it's the sunrise and wow, is it beautiful.
Hi. So as James said, we're here in Whangarei and we are at an Airbnb and we really like it. It's just a home of someone, and I can't believe that that's their view every day. I mean, how lucky are they, right? And New Zealand is kind of chilly actually. This is supposed to be one of the warmest months. It's the end of March right now, but it's not warm. Only during the day and in the sun, then it's warm. But otherwise it's kind of cold a little bit, at least for me. It's about 10 Celsius to like 20 Celsius, I would say. That's the range. And in the early mornings, it's pretty cold. But it's worth it because look at what you get to see. This is this is the country. It's so beautiful. So peaceful. Then on the first day we were there, we went to Whangarei Falls, which is a short, I don't know, 5-minute hike, and then you're there at the falls, and you can see the beautiful, beautiful falls. And you can just spend time there, have a picnic, sit down, talk. It's really peaceful, it's really nice. And the next day we were off to a different hike. Hi everybody! So something curious about the treks here in New Zealand is that you have to brush your shoe and disinfect it before you start going up on the trails. And the reason for that is that a lot of visitors come here from all over the world, and sometimes the dirt in our shoes contains seeds and other microbes and diseases from other countries. So what they're trying to prevent here is the invasive species from other places entering New Zealand, and also pests and disease, all kinds of diseases from coming into this country. So it's their way of protecting their country, and I think it's kind of nice that they take care of this much. So as you can see, James is demonstrating here how he cleans his foot before he goes on the hike, and he just really makes sure that he brushes his foot on those bristles right there, and then he double checks his soles to see if there's anything left in them. And then what he's gonna do is he's gonna step on this little equipment there that squirts water with disinfectant at your feet, at your soles, so then your soles are wet and disinfected, and then you just push and walk in and start your hike. Great. I only recorded the first few minutes of this hike because I was struggling afterwards. It was so hard for me. James and I were very out of shape, but it's not even that hard. It was only 45 minutes, but to us, it was really difficult. But look at the view you get afterwards. I mean, it's so worth it. It's one of the most beautiful views I've ever seen in my life. I literally cried when I saw this view. I couldn't hold it in. It was too beautiful. I mean, look at that. Come on, you guys. I've never seen anything like this. Then the next day we went to the Parrot Place at Bay of Islands, New Zealand. Bay of Islands is a very famous area there in New Zealand with a lot of touristy things to do. And we saw this bird area there and we decided to visit it. James loves birds. I like birds, I guess, but it's not like my favorite thing in the world. But the birds were all over James. Like, they were landing on top of him, he was feeding them, he was having the time of his life. So that was really, really nice to see him happy like that. And you can also buy little food, bird pellet containers. And you can feed that to the birds there, so that's pretty cool. They have birds from all over the world. So if you're a bird person, I would say definitely go check this place out, because you can actually hold the birds and feed them and stuff, and that's a pretty unique experience. And the birds, some of them would even speak to us. They would say hi in a New Zealand accent. So I'm gonna show you one of them doing that right now, because I thought it was pretty crazy. Wait till he says that again.
You good?
Then we made it to the Waitangi Treaty Grounds in New Zealand. This is a very, very cool area to visit in New Zealand. It is a protected site, and it is where the signing of the first accord, or I guess treaty, between the British people and the, more specifically the British Crown and the Maori people that are native to New Zealand, was signed. So It's very important to the New Zealand people, and it's very interesting to learn about the history of this treaty because this treaty, apparently, there were many different treaties that were created, some in the Maori language, some in English, and they said different things. So when the Maori people were signing the treaties, they thought they were signing one thing, and then the British people signed a different thing. So that had major implications for their society for a very long time, and it still does. So it's a very, very nice educational place to visit. There's several like museums there, videos that you can watch with educational stuff, and then you can also take part in this cultural presentation, which we were very, very happy to go to. Happens a few times a day. And then the way they do it is that they select a chief, quote unquote, from the crowd. And the chief that they selected this time was actually James, as you can see. And James was supposed to go into their ceremonial ancestral home that you see there in the back after the Maori warrior offers him a leaf and he accepts it. And then all of us walk into the ceremonial house behind James, and then James makes a speech. The Maori leader makes a speech as well, and then they start doing a cultural dance for us, which we were not able to record because it's prohibited inside of the ceremonial house, but outside we were able to film it. And they have this really, really cool tradition of doing the haka, which is a traditional Maori dance, which is meant to intimidate the opponents. This is not the haka, by the way, but they did a little bit inside the house, so we were able to see that. And then they make those expressions like with their eyes wide open, their tongue out, and everything that you see on TV. So it's just really cool to see that. And then also they do other dances too that were very happy, and they have their typical like instruments. They make instruments out of a bunch of different things of nature. And it was really cool going to this place too because the tour guide that we had was actually one of the ancestors of the guy who signed the treaty for the first time. So that was really, really cool to get the history from someone who's like deeply involved with it, you know? And I think he just works there, so if you go there, you'll probably be able to see him. Then the next day we decided to go to Waiheke Island for a day trip together. And this is the ferry that we took to go there. It was with Island Direct. And this is just me and James, or James and I, enjoying the ride over to the island. I didn't get seasick this time, so that was a positive for us because I usually do. Hi everyone, we're here at Waiheke Island. This is an island off the coast of Auckland, and it takes about 35 to 45 minutes to get here from the ferry boat, and it's pretty nice. Our aunt told us that it's like the island where all the famous people go to when they come to New Zealand, and I can understand why. It's very beautiful. It's a small island, but it has a lot of art and a lot of beautiful beaches, beautiful nature walks, and it's a good day trip to have. To go around here, I think you probably want to get the bus card that they have here in Auckland, so you can go around and see everything you want to see. And there's also a lot of wine vineyards around here. We didn't end up going on any of them yet, but I think at the end of the day we're going to stop by one of them to check it out. But in the end of the day, we're not big wine drinkers, so it's not really for us. But if you are, then you should definitely check it out, because they have about, I don't know, over 20 vineyards or something here. A lot. So that's it about this place. Enjoy the beach views and the nature views. We went to this food truck slash breakfast place called the Frenchie for breakfast, which had a really nice crepe place next to it as well. And we had some breakfast. It was pretty affordable. And then we took the bus everywhere on this island because you can actually get a bus card there on the library and go around everywhere in the island. And you can check it out. The beaches, there's tons of beaches. They give you some information at the library too about which beaches to go to. And just the nature is just really beautiful there. This was a Chardonnay mojito that James had there. I never thought I've been filming it. Hi everyone, we're here at Batch Winery in the countryside of Waiheke Island, and I'm having a pavlova.
And I'm gonna have a vegan mousse. We'll see how this is. It's actually really good.
Then we actually went to a lot of Asian restaurants at Dominion Road in Auckland. This was one of our favorites. We had a lot of dumplings here, and James had the vegetable dumplings and I had the pork and chive dumplings, and they were incredible dumplings. Really good. So, and they're very filling, so if you get the 10-piece, you'll be full. Then we stopped by also La Couronne, which is a bakery that we really liked. They had really good bubble tea. We just didn't like the bubbles too much because we didn't know which one to order. But if you go there, I would just order the regular tapioca bubbles, which are the ones that most people are familiar with, and they will be very good. And then we wanted to mention our favorite place that we went to, Kin Thai Kitchen. And this is the shrimp pad thai.
So this is the pang nam curry. Put it all over. Nice little scoop. Very good flavor. It's nice and lemongrass and coconut curry or coconut milk. Delicious. With some peanuts and a Thai iced tea. It's also very good.
So the last thing we did for this video will be the hike up One Tree Hill in Auckland near Mount Eden. You get the full view of Auckland from this hike, and it's really awesome and not too difficult, not too steep. So highly recommend it.
I guess so. So this is One Tree Hill. As Barbara said, it used to be a home to like 5,000 or so people back in 1600s or so. And yeah, it's where the native people used to live. And it was an incredible settlement. That's about all I know. Oh, also, there used to be a single tree on it. However, that was cut down. And then another one was planted by the people who colonized this place. It was a pine tree. And then more recently in history, they cut that down too.
And that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. We're really excited that you guys are enjoying our videos, commenting and liking and subscribing. Continue to do that, please, to support us. We really appreciate it. And next week, we're gonna come at you with a small video about Hobbiton. Yes, that's right, where they filmed Lord of the Rings in New Zealand. See you next time. Bye.